So, okay, this is a tutorial on how to use Gimp for XA. So today, I feel like the best way to give you a overview, or to teach you a little bit about using Gimp, I would create something really simple, something really small, and just walk you through my design process. So the first step for creating anything, let's say we could do a mock-up or something like that, is create image size. So this is something I already did, so I want to create a new image. So I click file. After I click file, new, and get the height and width. Also, they give you the option of portrait or landscape. So I'm going to do landscape, and I will do my width as 2000 by 2000 pixels. So we get that. Let's open it up. This is how you open and close it right here. And let's start. So if we want to do like a mock-up or a web page or something like that, we could do select. We want to do a rectangle select, which is in the toolbox. So your toolbox is the handy dandy thing that gives you everything you want to use on Gimp. And the toolbox also can be accessed in the upper left hand corner, or you can use Control P. So on the toolbox, we'll use rectangle, and we'll make just our outline of how we want to make our mock-up. So after we make our outline, we also could change the edges. So right now, I have the corners rounded, and maybe I want to round them a little bit more. So I add it up here. You also feather the edges, and you can change, how you want your rectangle to look. So after I did that, I want an outline. I want to do a stroke selection right here, and I want it to be 10 width. So I click the width. You also can make it a pattern. You can stroke it with a paintbrush, because paintbrushes have so many different um, that paintbrush has a wide variety of different strokes that you can use. So I want to use a 10th width, quick stroke, boom, showcases it right here. So after I do that, let's say, I just want to make something simple. So that's all I wanted. So I can make the background transparent. So how I'll do that, I'll click layer, transparency, add alpha channel. Then I'll use my select tool right here in the corner, fourth to the right, fuzzy select, right click, delete. So now I deleted it, and this is what we have. So now I have all this extra space, and I want to crop that. So what I will click is the rectangle select tool, first one. Get the part that I want to crop, image, go to right here, almost to the bottom, crop selection. So now that I have it cropped, I can, change around. Maybe I don't like white, so I go to bucket fill tool, change the color. You also can put in the code to whatever color you want, or you can use this to figure out, mess around with it. So I want to do green, green. So we have green. Actually, it's a pattern. I'm sorry. You also can do a pattern. Thank you. Which is they give you like a preset pattern that you can use. But I want to do FG color, fill it with a color. And I have green. Okay, cool. So after I do that, maybe I want to add. I can add, whatever I want. So I can draw, use the pencil. So maybe we can use the pencil tool just to change the color around, maybe write something. Let's make like a document. So I can write a signature or something. So once again, this is for I want to make a line, so I use the rectangle tool, edit, stroke selection, stroke line, boom. Bucket tool, fill the inside, select none, and that's how you do it. Then I click the pencil tool. Go to the pencil, signature. That's kind of terrible, but that's just giving you a gist of what you can do. You also, I don't like that, so let's say I don't like that. Click the eraser tool, put the back color, add the brush, make it bigger. I can erase it. You can erase it. And you see with the eraser tool, since the layer is transparent, it actually erases to make it transparent. And anything you would do, say you mess up or something, if you want to undo or redo, is right there. So undo, leave it there. Next is, say you want to add text. You can add text. My name Ashton. You can change the size or anything like that. And maybe I can even rotate it. So maybe I want it to be like here. Maybe I want it to be like this. You can edit it using the rotate tool, third roll to the left. Boom. Say I like the color on the image and I want to take it. You use this tool, which is called the color picker, right here, and boom, boom, and fill it up. So whenever you do a text, that adds another layer onto an image to actually benefit you. So if you want to say you finish a whole project and they say they don't like the text, you can go back to that specific layer and change the text. So whenever you get that, that means you can't edit anything only in that box, as you can see with me with the pencil. So undo. So here's the zoom tool. You want to zoom in, zoom out. Here's the blend tool, so it gives you a gradient option. So say I want to change the color inside the specific text tool. I can make it to a gradient. And it's just, wide varieties. We also have a ellipse, or they call it ellipse, circle, ellipse tool. Same thing how I created, same process of how I create the rectangle. And we have a grayscale tool, which is in the image transform. Actually mode grayscale. Here's your layers, and that's what I did with the layers transparent. And when you have any transparency, you want to save it as a PNG because JPEG cannot hold transparency. And the Gimp actually have their own. When you save it, say you want to keep the file or you want to keep adding it, and you want to change text later on. If you just click save, it'll save it as XCF, which means you can go back. So you go file, open recent, add your keys, XCF, boom, it's right back there. I can add it and go back and boom, change it. So that's the cool thing about saving that in the Gimp as an XCF, specifically in Gimp save format. If you save it as a PNG, you can't change that. But other than that, it's a lot of core tools, but I think those are the core tools that I use often and that you really would use as far as the XA, just creating mock-ups or creating logos. You would use really the color tools, rotate tools, gradient tools, paint, pencil. You want to use paint, you want to use pencil, you want to use paintbrush, text, rotate, zoom, rectangle, ellipse. You always want to make it transparent, so fuzzy select tool, and make sure it transforms. You want to rotate it, grayscale, layer, colors. If this toolbox leaves, you always access it from here. Any type of filters. I know we all know what filters is. It's right here. So let's say you want to blur it. You can motion blur it, pixelize it. So you can edit it and you can tell the difference with the motion blur right here. So you really can manipulate any type of image. So I think it's a real valuable asset to anybody who doesn't have Adobe. I think it's really valuable and you could do a lot with this. So I think this is, a great overview of how it could be used in some ways and just to show you each and every aspect of Gimp. So thank you.